Following the Constitutional Court's warning yesterday that the outcome of a referendum to amend the Constitution so that it defines marriage as a union between a man and a woman would immediately go into force, opposition MPs are claiming that a constitutional crisis has been averted. Last week, Parliament's Committee on the Constitution said that regardless of the referendum's outcome, its result would still have to be ratified by a two-thirds majority in Parliament. The President of the Constitutional Committee, SDP MP Peja Gerbin, today was not available for comment. The referendum was initiated by a citizens group that opposes gay marriage. The group gathered enough signatures to meet criteria for calling a nationwide vote on the issue, the proposed date being the 1st of December. The state's anti-corruption agency USKOK has issued an indictment against the former director of the Fund for Environmental Protection, Vinko Mladineo, and 5 others on suspicion that they embezzled 130 million kuna from the fund by making fictitious purchases of packaging. Mladineo was the fund's director from 2004 until 2010. He is already the subject of a few investigations and has been arrested in connection with the FIMI Media corruption case. State prosecutors have rejected media claims that they are conducting a preliminary investigation into former top communist-era intelligence official Josip Perković, instead requesting that the relevant institutions prepare their documentation related to the case carefully. Perković has been linked to the 1983 murder of Yugoslav emigrant Stjepan Jureković in Germany, and Germany is seeking his extradition. The FIMI Media corruption case continued today with former HDZ accountant Branka Pavošević and the owner of the FIMI Media marketing agency Nevenka Jurak both presenting their defense. Both have already pleaded guilty to the charges against them, and today they stood behind their original statements. In the case, former HDZ leader and Prime Minister Ivo Sanader, the HDZ itself, and 4 other defendants are accused of siphoning almost 10 million euros from state institutions and companies through the FIMI Media marketing agency into an HDZ slush fund. In the World Bank's annual Doing Business report released today, Croatia has fallen from 84th to 89th position. Although given that 4 new countries have been added to the report, Croatia has fallen in fact by only 1 position. The report states that Croatia has improved its business regulations through reforms in 5 areas. Firstly, in terms of fiscal discipline, while in another 5 areas the business climate has got worse, especially in terms of investor protection. Sport, and in the KHL Ice Hockey League, Zagreb's Medveščak defeated the Russian side Amur from Khabarovsk last night 2-1. Medveščak are now 6th in the Western Conference of the league. Tomorrow they play against the Russian side Admiral from Vladivostok. In tennis, Marin Cilic yesterday returned to competitive tennis after a 4-month suspension for doping, with a victory against the Dutchman Igor Sijsling in the first round of the ATP tournament in Paris. The score was 5-7, 6-1, 6-4. He now will face the 4th seed Argentinian Juan Martín del Potro.
I felt like a kid playing for the first time tennis, and I would say the feeling was amazing just to be back on the court, to be competing, and I enjoyed every moment on the court.
This afternoon's forecast calls for mostly clear skies. There could be a little cloud in western regions and in Međimurje, where there could be some isolated rain showers. There'll be a moderate southwesterly wind inland, which in northwestern regions will turn to a northeasterly wind towards the end of the day. On the coast, there'll be a weak to moderate Yugo wind, stronger on the northern Adriatic. Temperatures continue to be above average for this time of year, with daily highs expected of between 19 and 25 degrees Celsius.